What's up, guys? You're watching Tuck TV.
And Nitro's back.
So Bangalore, of course, has been home to a lot of metal bands, a lot of metal shows over the past decade. We've had some of the biggest names, be it Iron Maiden, be it Megadeth, Metallica.
We had Iced Earth as well. We had
Iced
Dark
Earth.
Tranquility.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lamb of God,
Yes.
another big name. And of course, in recent times, there's been a bit of a lull.
Yeah, and mainly being the venue, we lost out on Palace Grounds, which is
Yeah.
one of the best venues that anyone could have. And post ban of live events which are supposed to happen in the place, we've been losing out on a lot of big shows.
Obviously, yeah, because even if you find locations which are here and there or sort of city center, it's difficult to hold a crowd of whatever strength. Like, for example, Iron Maiden's the strength that we had for Metallica could only be managed in a place like Palace Grounds.
Exactly. When you have anything which is over like 15,000 people coming in from all around the city and outside as well, you need a big venue.
All is not lost though. We recently had a very successful Bangalore Open Air, 2017.
Yes.
Where we had Nile and Coroner headline the act.
For all the people who want more information on the gig, like
Psychroptic has also played.
Yeah, they just played a few days back and they had a killer show. Also, looking ahead, we have Nitro and Vader upcoming, and trust me, these two shows are going to be killer.
So, getting straight to the point, Nitro playing in Bangalore on 22nd of September.
And this is huge
Yeah,
for all of the
absolutely.
guys who actually love the poofy hair and everything. Like, remember those?
So, Nitro started around the late 80s and they had a couple of studio albums. I think their last studio album was in 1992.
Yes. And after a period of 25 years, now they've reformed and they're going to be coming out with a new album.
Yeah, that's self-titled, right?
Yeah,
Nitro.
the self-titled.
Nitro, that's what it's called. And of course, the original two members are still part of the band, mainly Jim Gillette doing vocals and the one and only Michelangelo Batio on
Guitars. That's what he meant.
that, of course, literally guitars, in
Yes.
this case. So those two are, of course, the from the original lineup. Let's talk about the changes. If you have to look at Jim Gillette,
Yeah.
I think the change is extremely drastic. There's Jim Gillette who looks like this, and then there's Jim Gillette who looks like this.
And not only is there a change in looks, but there's also a change in sound.
Absolutely, I think his it's obvious that his voice over time would have changed, but they have also released a single from the new album on YouTube. You can check that out as well, and it sounds really good. He's got a different sounding voice.
And also,
heavier.
this is not exactly the Nitro which you guys know from the late 80s. The sound has evolved. Although it is still based out of what they were, we still have the crazy guitar solos. I mean, like, don't mind
there's no shortage of that. I mean, of course, over time, even Michelangelo Batio's equipment, there has been some amount of change be it in production
and
quality.
it's the technology.
So,
factor.
there's technology
They're just
that
catching
has
up to it.
changed. But his core sound remains.
Yes.
It sounds like how it used to back in the day, and it really sounds good. And apart from this, the addition of the latest member,
Chris Adler.
so Chris Adler, of course, buzzing in the market. He's been doing a lot of projects. He's recently worked with Megadeth on Dystopia. Of course, he's been working with Lamb of God. And now he is also going to be part of Nitro. So this is really interesting because he's got a very unique drumming style.
Exactly. And knowing how he's going to incorporate his style along with what Nitro actually is, this is going to be something that all of us are looking forward to.
Not only looking forward to it, it does sound interesting because if you listen to it in the new song, which is named It Won't Die, you very clearly can hear that
the influences can be easily recognized over there. So that is something that is going to add to the whole mix of what Nitro actually is.
I also have to add that it sounds good with Michelangelo Batio's style of playing guitar. It's really good. Victor Wooten has done the bass lines for the album, which has been recorded in the studio. But touring live with them is Chimera's Matt DeVries. So Chimera needs no introduction here. They have unfortunately disbanded in recent times. But for the time that they were around, an extremely heavy sounding modern heavy metal group, and Matt DeVries really good with holding that core rhythm essence. That's what his forte has been, and he holds it, with the bass. It'll be really interesting to see what's going on because Nitro is a single
Guitar
lead guitar.
band, yes.
Yeah, so that's where bass can really breathe. And
Yeah, and then you have the factor of backing up the whole band over there. You have the sound which incorporates a wall of bass.
Nitro's new self-titled album is due to release really soon and is currently undergoing the process of crowdfunding.
Yes, and it is through Indiegogo. The links for the crowdfunding is found below.
Of course, this album ships internationally, and we'd also like to keep you informed that the crowdfunding is still going on. So please hit that link and support the cause, man. Nitro plays live in Bangalore on 22nd of September, which is a Friday, and they will be playing at the Humming Tree, which is in Indiranagar.
For tickets and further information, please check the links down below.
I think in terms of the location, it's a fairly decent place.
Yeah, it's a well thought
Yeah,
of
it's-
thing
it's
because
thought out.
for the crowd which might be going for it, it seems pretty apt.
Yeah, that's true. And apart from that, the place itself, it's quite centrally located.
Yes.
You guys better plan parking, and again, there's a lot of good beer out there. So if you're on it, I'd suggest you can just take an Uber because this is a city center. But if you're planning to drive down, you will need to plan your parking because it's
Gonna
not
be a pain in
exactly.
the
Yeah,
ass.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
a big pain in the ass. And yeah, apart from that, good food, good
Yeah.
beer,
Cats and grub while you're there.
yeah, hopefully we'll have a good time.
Yep.
So, how many of you are going to be joining us for the gig?
Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to say hi if you see us in the gig.
And as always, don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video and hit that subscribe button for more. And as always, stay metal.